What's up, everybody? It's your boy D Trav, and welcome back to another episode of Knicks at Night TV. Yeah, let's get into it, man. We got a lot of things to talk about. Once again, you see your boys in the hoodie. You know what it means when I'm in a hoodie, man. The Knicks been out here embarrassing us Knicks fans. You know, we show a lot of support to the Knicks, but man, they're not doing us right. I mean, sorry for the long wait. You know, I've been playing basketball myself. I've been working out a lot, training, going to the gym. Playing a couple pickup games. I'm getting ready for a season, man. I'm about to play in the season December 15. Playing in this tournament, and it's gonna go on for about three months, I believe. And if we do good in the tournament, get to the championship game. Championship game is in the Barclays Center. But enough about me. Back to the Knicks. Man, it's been a long week. I believe it's a week and a half. It's been a long week and a half with the Knicks, man. First, man, it's been loss after loss. We had a victory. You know, I went to a watch party when we beat Dallas Mavericks. It seems like the Knicks can only beat Porzingis and Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. After that great win, man, we had a game against the Chicago Bulls. We let Kobe White kill us. Man, I'm starting to hate when these dudes kill us that's not superstars. Like Kobe White, seriously. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Kobe White is not a good player, but we couldn't stop him. I can understand if James Harden kills us. I can understand if Giannis Antetokounmpo kills us. I can understand if Damian Lillard kills us. But Kobe White, like, how can we not stop Kobe White? Boom, took an L to the Bulls. Took an L to the Hornets. We let Graham kill us. He hit a game-winning three against us. And another non-superstar killers. The Knicks are terrible at guarding the three-point line. We lost that game 103 to 102. The Hornets beat the Knicks, right? Boom. Then, November 18th, I thought the Knicks was back at it. We played the Cavaliers. Great game. We smacked the Cavaliers, right? 123 to 105. Knicks smacked the Cavaliers. So, you know, you're on your high horse, you're a little bit happy, you know, maybe the Knicks is starting to click. I was feeling the starting lineup that we had. We started to start Taj Gibson at the center, Julius Randle at the power forward, and Marcus Morris at the small forward, RJ Barrett at the shooting guard, and Frank finally got the starting position at the point guard position. I didn't really like the starting lineup because, you know, I always want Dennis Smith Jr. to start. But, you know, he was having his little family issues, whatever like that. But one thing I have to say about this starting lineup is that it wasn't getting off to slow starts like, you know, the Knicks usually do. So I was appreciating that Taj Gibson was in there for the defense and the hustling, and we was moving a little, pushing the pace, and that, you know, we wasn't getting off to slow starts anymore. So I was starting to think, like, this is a great starting lineup. We finally found one that works. Let's stick with it, right? And then we go on a stretch where we have to play in our division, the Atlantic Division. And I made a fool of myself because I went on Instagram and I predicted that we was going to go 3-2 on this Atlantic Division run that we had in the upcoming games. First off, we started off with the 76ers and we lost 109 to 104. But actually, the Knicks played a good game. Actually, against the 76ers, the Knicks had a 17-point lead, and they still lost. They was up by 17. The Sixers came back and beat us 109 to 104. Man, I mean, I really am more confident with the Knicks playing with the lead, so I'm glad they got the lead. But you got to find a way to finish out these games, man. Man, like 17 points lead and we let them come back. I mean, that's a rare occasion. Most of the time when you're blowing out a team, it's hard for them to come back. I mean, there's a lot of runs during a basketball game, like, you know, teams go on their little 10-0 runs or 15-2 runs and stuff like that. So that does happen in basketball. But you got to learn, you know, to call when the call timeouts at the right time. If something is not working, if you don't got the right players in the game that's not playing hard, you sub them out and put some new players in the game. But that was a disappointing loss. We gave up a 17-point game. But then we follow that up with, we come out lackadaisical against the Spurs. We play the Spurs and we get smacked from the beginning. Like, the Spurs was on an 8-game losing streak. They came to Madison Square Garden and said, you know what? We're not losing against the Knicks. We're going to end this losing streak right now against the Knicks. And that's crazy, man. They was to be had. They was not on a winning streak. They was on a losing streak. The Knicks should have won this game. But no, they lost 111 to 104. Then we end up playing the Brooklyn Nets. I predicted the Knicks to win this game. Once again, they had no Kyrie Irving. They had no LeVert. They didn't have their star players. And we still lose. It started going downhill from there. Like, come on, man. How we still lose to the Brooklyn Nets? 103 to 101. I mean, the Knicks, once again, with another fake comeback. I'm starting to, like, I feel sorry for fans. This is what I want to say. I feel sorry for fans that are Knicks fans, right? And let's say you don't have a good life. Your life is a little boring, or you're a little depressed, you don't like your job, you come home and the Knicks is your favorite team, so you look to the Knicks for entertainment or as a stress reliever. If you look to the Knicks as a stress reliever, it's going to do the complete opposite. It's going to make you want to freaking punch yourself in the face or smash your TV. Like, seriously, the Knicks are so frustrating to watch. It's ridiculous. I don't know when they're going to get it together, but I've been one of the people who's been defending Coach Fizdale, but some of his play calling has been a little shaky lately, and some of his substitution patterns are still borderline shaky, man. He needs to step it up, man. He definitely needs to step it up. And I don't know what Alonzo Trier did to you, but you need to get over it. I'm tired of Alonzo Trier riding the bench. He's been riding the bench for like 5 or 6 games now. What has this guy done to you? Like, he's a great player. And, you know, it's so frustrating because you watch teams like the Dallas Mavericks, right? And they have Luka Doncic. They have Luka Doncic as they start playing. And this guy is his second year in the NBA. He is killing it. Definitely killing it, right? So my thing is, like, I know we have players that maybe not on Luka Doncic level, but Alonzo Trier, man, the kid has handle. The kid can shoot. He can get to the basket. You put the ball in his hands, he's an up-and-coming rising star. I really don't understand, man, what Coach Fizdale is doing in this regard. If we are supposed to be developing our young players, why are the plays always being ran through Julius Randle and Marcus Morris? It's like Coach Fizdale is scared of them. And it's getting ridiculous now, man. We're supposed to be building to the future. Marcus Morris is on a 1-year deal. When you keep putting Wayne Ellington in the game, he's on a 1-year deal. Like, I understand why Kevin Knox, sometimes he doesn't play a lot. I mean, the boy can shoot. I always say he's the future. R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox, and Alonzo Trier is the future. But one thing about Kevin Knox, I do agree with Coach Fizdale, is he has to start playing defense. His defense is horrible. Every time he gets in the game, I see somebody blown by him. He's not contesting the shot. So, Kevin Knox, please work on your defense if you want to get more burn. We need you to develop, man. I'm tired of watching other people's rookies and second-year players and being jealous of them when we should be happy with what we got. Alonzo Trier, we need him in the game. Put him in the game. R.J. Barrett, I know you love R.J. Barrett. We give him a lot of minutes. But what's the point of giving him minutes if you're not running the plays through him and the ball is not in his hand? We are building for the future. It's like right now we're just losing so much. It's kind of like, if we're going to lose, can we at least develop our players into becoming stars for the future, because you're going to lose, and then now you're giving the ball to Marcus Morris and putting Wayne Ellington in the game. And what is the purpose of that? They're not going to be here. They're not here for the long term. I can understand if Marcus Morris was helping us win games, if Wayne Ellington was helping us win games, if Taj Gibson was, no disrespect, I'm feeling Taj Gibson, but if he was helping us win games, keep those dudes in the game. They are not they're helping us lose. So if we're going to lose, I want to develop our players for the future. Fisdale, get that through your head. Please. Please. I'm the only person out here vouching for you. There's people who want your head on a stake. They saying, fire you. You need to get it together, boy. What is wrong with you? Seriously. You got me want to... I saw an article today where Taj Gibson was saying, you know, the goal is still to make the playoffs. These teams in the East is not really far ahead of us, and we still can make the playoffs. You know, we're not that far behind. That's great optimism from Taj Gibson. There was an article where Wayne Ellington compared our team this year. Wayne Ellington, this is why I don't want him to play, because I think there's something wrong with Wayne Ellington. He compared us to the Miami Heat team that had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, he did that because I think he was on that team. Like, that team had a slow start to the season. I forgot what was the slow start, but they lost a lot of games in a row, and people was doubting them. Then they turned it around, and they run like 25 or 30 games in a row. But remember, one thing you forget in Wayne Ellington, who do we have? We don't have the 2 top 5 players on our team to help us go on these 30-game winning streaks. We don't have LeBron James, the best player in the NBA right now, or the best player in the NBA back then. We don't have a sidekick like Dwayne Wade. So, like, what are you smoking, bro? He needs to be drug tested. Seriously. But other than that, man, guys, the Knicks got to turn it around. Tomorrow, we play the Toronto Raptors. RJ Barrett is going back home to Toronto. Should get a good ovation from the fans. I just want to see some improvement in the fourth quarter as far as holding on to leads and as far as the play calling. I don't want to see the majority of shots going to one-year players, one-year deals. For what? Are we going to trade them at the trading deadline? Are we going to trade them in December? Hopefully, man. I mean, I love Marcus Morris. He's doing his thing. But I really do not care about players who get off on the Knicks, but they don't help us win. So that means nothing to me. That's one of the reasons I never liked Michael Beasley. He wasn't one of my favorite Knicks. Because Michael Beasley used to get buckets after buckets after buckets, and it would never help us win. It was what you call loose stats, flat stats, pat statting. You was killing, but we're losing. So I don't care that you're killing. Marcus Morris, you're doing the same thing. If you're going to kill, if you're going to get the ball in your hands, help us win. If not, sit down. I want the ball in Alonzo Trier hands. I want the ball in RJ Barrett hands. And I want the ball in Kevin Knox hands or Dennis Smith Jr. Please. That's it. That's my little Knicks rant for now. I know usually I'm cool, calm, and collective, guys. But it's just a little frustrating with what I see was going on with the Knicks. Hopefully they could turn it around and get some wins. And you won't see me on here ranting no more. I could break down plays and more strategies and things like that. So, we out of here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Check it out. Knicks at Night TV on Instagram also. And peace.